In the good old days, and even down to the late 90s, masquerade festivals and displays remained an integral part of our cultural heritage as Africans. Masquerade Festival is not peculiar to Nigeria alone, but it's also celebrated in style in other countries, especially in Africa. For example, in Nigeria, we have Eyo, Ijele Masquerade Festivals, and others. In Ghana, we have the Ankos Masquerade Festival. In Tanzania, we have Nsiaso Masquerade Festival. The list is endless. No doubt, masquerade is a special part of our culture as Africans. But in recent years, people no longer place much value on masquerades anymore. Could it be due to civilization, religious beliefs, or the custodians are not doing enough to preserve this culture? Go to some states and you'd love their masquerades. To other states and you'd see masquerade acting like monsters with 100% hostility. It's even more disheartening to hear that the activities of masquerades have been banned in some parts of the country due to the inhuman treatment always meted out to individuals in the modern days. But let's also get your opinion on this. So tell us, what's your perception about masquerades? What are your likes and dislikes about masquerades? Are you scared of masquerade or any experience with them? Can you name any masquerade festival in your place?
So, what are your perceptions about masquerades?
Okay, masquerades. So masquerade is tied to a cultural thing, sometimes religious activities and all of that. They have their own festival, right? And so about my own perception, the fact that it's a culture to some people, a lot of people have to celebrate it in their own culture, and because I think we have in my own culture too. And again, the fact that I came from a royal family, they have lots of masquerades.
Wow.
Right? But then I've never celebrated any, and I've never been a fan, a real fan. So I've never attended any of the masquerade events or so the outings and the whole. Of course, I don't have anything against it, right? Like we all know in Nigeria, we have freedom of speech, we have freedom of religion, freedom to belong to any society, right? So in as much as that is there, I don't have anything against masquerade. So government can just allow them do their due. Like the Lagos State government now, they've actually, I think I can't remember, what did they do? They've authorized them or something. They've permitted them to celebrate their festivity and all of that. They now have Isheshe Day, just like we have for the Christians, for the Islamic religions and all of that. So to me, I don't have any issue with celebrating masquerade. I am not a traditionalist, so I don't celebrate it, but that's just me.
Wow. Okay, so what are your likes and dislikes about masquerades?
Okay, the likes, I don't have anything I like about it, right?
Okay.
So the fact that it's a traditional religion, I am not a traditionalist, so there is nothing captivating about the whole thing to me. But of course, should I say the fact that some people take it as a period to gather together, to rejoice, to have fun, right? And even we have so many people who travel down home, all right, just to celebrate with their family, just to celebrate. We have them, like, I'm a Yoruba person, I'm a Yoruba guy, and of course, we have so many like that. A lot of people travel home just to observe some of these festivals with them. And what I don't like about them, I think one of the things I might not really like about it is when it comes to beating people. There are some of these masquerade festivals that they go with kings and they beat each other. I am not someone who likes anything that has to do with pain. I hate inflicting pains on someone else or being inflicted on, right? and anything that will go against my freedom of speech or freedom of movement, I really will not tolerate that for anything, right? So I think that's just it for me.
What's the name of the masquerade festival you celebrate?
I don't
You don't
know.
know any.
No, I've never attended any of them.
So you don't know.
No, I don't know. I don't
Thank
know.
you very much.
You're welcome.
All right, on my end, I don't think we really need the masquerade because now, if you check the way the world is going now, being civilized, but this masquerade of a thing now is just like taking us back to those days. And there's one thing that made me not so like this masquerade of a thing because there are times that I normally watch like all these reels on Facebook. You see how masquerade are flogging people like on the way. Maybe someone is walking, the masquerade they'll just attack the person, start flogging. Why is that necessary? So that really made me not to even like have that love or be thinking about masquerade. I think that should not be the issue.
Do you have any masquerade festival in your village?
No, we don't really have any masquerade festival.
Are you sure about that?
Yes.
Do you go to the village?
Yeah,
Where
I
are you
do.
from?
I'm from Kaduna State.
Okay, and there is no masquerade festival.
Yeah, I've not been seeing anything like masquerade. We just celebrate as a culture. You know, we dance, we bring our variety. Because we have different varieties of food. You just enjoy. But that's masquerade of a thing.
Wow. Thank you
Yeah.
very much.
You're welcome.
Okay, so for masquerades, I feel it's a very good view, especially with your colors. And actually, I've actually been pursued by one before, and actually
Are you
ran
serious?
for yes, actually ran for my dear life. So I feel it's something. It's a cultural thing. So and whenever you see them, they have that canes and their capes around. So it's just a very nice view, though, from my own perspective.
So you enjoy being chased by masquerade?
Not like I enjoy being chased because they'll flog if they catch you, though.
Okay, so what are your likes and dislikes about masquerade?
I like their colors and I don't like their flogging. Yeah, I
Okay.
feel,
Do
yeah.
you know any masquerade festival in your village?
I think New Yam Festival, yeah, they're always around during New Yam Festival, so yes.
All right. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Have a nice day.
Okay, I'll say in my own understanding, I believe masquerade are part of we African culture. So it's basically how I put it, one of our fun events. You know, when masquerade comes out, play, dance. So I just see it as if something fun, nothing really.
But have you heard masquerade? Some masquerades they do humiliate people, flog them, cause
Yeah,
nuisance.
it differs. It depends on the culture and depends on what the masquerade stands for in the culture. Because from where I'm from, masquerade comes out depending on sometimes they have a time, they have season, they have occasions, and when they're coming out, they have a particular kind of how do I put it, a standard. People have to meet up with. And so if you're not up to that standard and all those things, so they tend to want to react to you, but it's not something very serious. I don't say that.
What are your likes and dislikes about masquerades?
Okay, my likes about masquerades are the how I put the different attires, the different costumes they have on, the incredible display they mostly put up, and most times how would I say? I'll say maybe in terms of strength and stamina for the person wearing the masquerade. Yeah, I think I like that also. But what I dislike most times is a little about the fetish part, where they tend to want to do one or two fetish things. But apart from that, it's all good.
Wow, thank you. So, do you know any masquerade festivals in your village? Like,
Yeah, I do, but I'm not sure I can pronounce the names properly. So I won't want to do that. But yes, they do.
All right, all right. Thank you very much.
All right.
I love the fact that it's kind of a celebration of the tradition, but however, sometimes the masquerade tend to be a nuisance by flogging people on the streets. So,
Okay.
that's the really negative review I have for the masquerade, but it's tradition, and as an African, I also celebrate that.
Wow, wow. So, do you know any masquerade festival in your hometown?
Um, Apart from the doing the New Yam Festival, so that's the only time I see
New Yam
masquerade.
Festival.
Yeah,
Where are you from?
from Kogi State.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
I've known masquerades to be very scary.
Okay. So you don't
Yes, like
masquerade?
the idea of it scares me.
Are you
So
serious?
yes. So I don't see any reason to find them interesting.
Wow.
Yeah.
Have you encountered masquerade before?
I've only seen them on movies and I've heard stories about them, but I don't want to even see them sef.
I don't want to see them.
Yes, I don't want to.
Okay.
And luckily I don't have anything that relates to my tribe like that sef. So
Wow. Where are you from?
I'm from National State.
So
I'm
you,
Igon by tribe.
Wow,
So I've
Igon.
never heard anything that has to do with masquerade and all that in my tribe like that.
oh, wow. Thank you very
Yeah.
much.
You're welcome.
Okay, I see masquerades as a traditional way of experiencing some festival activities because it has different meanings depending on your where you come from, depending on the culture. But some see it as royalty. Some cultures see it as royalty. Some see it as should I say fashion because some masquerades are actually having nice designs if you check it out. And some others see it as art as well. But some people see it as a scary scary concept though. And it can be scary at times too because there are a lot of masquerades that you don't get close to because they actually hold whips and all. So me personally I see it as art and tradition. So yeah, that's my own perspective.
Okay, so what are your likes and dislikes about masquerade?
Okay, my likes, I would say the fashion sense. I love fashion a lot, so and they actually put a lot of effort in their fashion. My dislikes are the ones that actually whip people. I dislike that a lot because if you are trying to showcase a fashion, at least let people get close to it and learn from it. But some actually don't get close to it, and those are my dislikes.
Okay, so do you have any masquerade festival in your village?
Yeah, I do, but I'm not fully aware of it though. I don't know much about it, but I know there is.
Okay, you don't know the name, you cannot try.
I nah. No, I don't know the name.
You don't know?
I don't know the name.
All right, thank you very much.
Yeah.